Hi everyone, we'll be working with iMovie 10, the latest version of iMovie to prepare you for your YouTube tutorial project. There are actually two different versions of this tutorial video. There's iMovie 9 for those of you who have the older version of iMovie, and then for those of you who've upgraded, there is this version for iMovie 10. So you need to watch the video which is applicable to you. The first thing that you'll need to do is record your video in raw form, your teaching of your song and your performance of your ukulele song. How you can do that is you're recording it on Photo Booth, which is on your MacBook, and you can watch the video for that, which is separate from this. You can also record your video using iPhone or your iPad, and then connect up either device to your laptop, then open up image capture in your laptop, and then you can download it to your desktop, wherever place is applicable for you in your laptop to find it, so then you can then upload it into iMovie. Then before you go into iMovie, you should also go into a web browser and download whichever diagrams will be needed for your song. So go over to Google Images and then type in some keywords. In my case, I'm going to download an A minor chord diagram. And then you see here there are lots of different chord diagrams. I'm going to choose this one because it's simple, easy, direct, and to the point. Then over here you'll see Visit Page and View Image. Click on View Image. Then you're going to right-click on the image itself and click on Save Image As. And then you can create your file name for it and then find a place to save it. Again, I like to use a desktop, and then click on Save. You'll see that I already have two chords already downloaded, A minor as well as G major. So download what you need and also get the lyrics for your song so that because you can also type in your lyrics into iMovie as well with your song itself. So I'm going to quit out of Google Chrome and now I'm going to open iMovie. So this is iMovie 10, which has quite a different layout than iMovie 9. You'll first need to go up to Create, and then it gives you the choice of a movie or trailer. You're going to click on Movie, and then it gives you different themes to choose from. We're just going to choose No Theme. You're going to create a file name for it. So I'm going to say this is iMovie 10 ukulele tutorial. And it names events by the date, which is September 28th, 2014. Good. So there we are. We have the first step in creating a movie. Next thing is we need to import some media. I downloaded a great video of a kid playing a song which you may be familiar with. He's just so passionate, full of energy, and he's great. How I started and stopped the video was I just pressed my space bar. So this shows you, this moving red line shows you where you are in the video. And you can just press the space bar from wherever it is to start and stop the video. We're going to continue to import some more items here onto our palette, so to speak. So keep clicking on import. I'm going to put in my A minor chord. I'm also going to put in, let's see here, G major chord. And then I'm also going to import, let's see, that ukulele. Good. And then I'm also going to put in, actually, no, we're going to see if that is fine for now. Okay, so we're in a good place. All right, so this is my raw video here. And this is going to be the first thing that I'm going to move with this plus sign from here, this space, down here to this space. This bottom space down here is how we're going to edit and manipulate videos and add in the diagrams. So in order for it to get there, I'm going to click on plus, and you see it is moved down there. Great. Now, what I also need to do is I need to double check and make sure that this is all set. Okay, so this has the end of the video. What I want to do is I want to have the whole video from the beginning. So what I'm going to do is select all for this. Whoop. I'm going to move the cursor back here to the very beginning of the video. And then I am going to move the entire video down to the bottom by holding down left click and moving my cursor to the right. And you see how it increases in time duration, 1.4, 1.5 minutes. Now what I'm going to do is click on the plus, and now we'll see the whole thing down there. So that's good to know. You have to highlight exactly what you want to go from the top space to the bottom space in order for iMovie to know what exactly you want to have moved down there. And now we have the whole thing down there, which is about 1.5 minutes. Great. Now I'm going to get more detailed with my edits. So I'm moving this over to the right, and that increases the frames that I see on the page. The more frames I see, the more detail I can get with my edits. And let's go back to the beginning. Let's play through. Great. Okay, so far everything's moving along just fine. Next, we'll go over to titles. And there are lots of different titles to choose from. They are in different fonts, in different places of the screen. Right now we'll keep it nice and simple. We'll use gradient, for example. And I'm going to double click on that, and then we see down here something has appeared. And that will be the title. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down Ukulele Prodigy. Oops, I'm going to double click on, there we go. Great. Okay, and now I'm going to play it from the beginning. And you see that what I typed in appears on the screen with the white surrounding it. Now, let's say I want to add in another title after that. So I'm going to click on softbar. I just double clicked on it. And there, something appears. And now you actually see the white there. And I can choose where to have this appear by just clicking on it, holding down my cursor, and then moving the cursor around. So I'm going to have it start right there, for example. And let's click on, there we go. Oh, that's interesting. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Double click on that. And then get rid of that. Okay. That should do it. There we go. Yeah. If I don't want it to be as long as 4 seconds, I'll move my cursor so that it's only perhaps 3 seconds. And then iMovie does a nice job of having it fade away, so it's not like a very abrupt cutthroat cut. So you can fool around with titles on your own, and these titles are how you're going to put in your lyrics. So feel free to just look through and see how exactly you want to do that, and you can have fun doing all of that. Now, next thing that we'll do is we're going to put in our ukulele chord diagrams. So let's go back up to there, great. And now we're going to put in this A minor chord diagram. I'm going to click on it, and then we see the plus again. Okay, then the diagram we see goes at the very end of the video, but we don't want it at the very end of the video. We want it to be actually in the video itself. So I need to move it to where I want it to be, where it's applicable in your video, wherever that A minor chord is being shown. So I'm going to move it arbitrarily like right here. It could be with your titles as well, and certainly with your lyrics. And by just doing that, you can do that just like that. In fact, for this tutorial's sake, we're just going to keep it right there. That's fine. Okay, what you're going to do is move your cursor up to this part of the screen, making sure that this is highlighted with this yellow box. And we're going to do a couple things here. We're going to click on this and then move down to Picture in Picture. This is going to transfer this to being on the side of the screen or wherever you want it to be. We'll fool around with that in just a moment. Next thing that we need to do is we need to have click on this crop icon, and we're going to click on fit. And by having it on fit, we see the whole diagram. Before, we saw this Ken Burns fade in, fade out effect. We don't want that. We want to see the whole thing for our students. So we click on that. Then we go back to here. And come on. Let's see. There we go. The reason why we didn't see it earlier is because it was in the fade. My cursor was over here in the fade section. So let's go back. See how there are little edges right here? This shows you where it fades in, and then over here where it fades out. If you don't want that, then you can also do zoom as well, and zoom can also have a different effect. For now, we're fine with just dissolve. Let's go back here though. Now, we can expand the size of this diagram by holding down our cursor, left click, and then just moving your cursor down like I'm doing. And it can be larger, just like that. It can be smaller. It can be over on this side. So I'm going to have it back over here to this side. And notice too how our title is also here as well too. So you can have lyrics as well as your chord diagram. And let's see what it looks like. And you see how it gradually fades away. Let's do the same thing now for our G major chord. So I'm going to scroll over to it, and I'm going to click on it, and then there's the plus. Same thing, iMovie automatically moves it towards the end. We want to move this thing up. So let's have this, again, arbitrarily be over here. And you'll have to, gauge the movie, your movie, on, how long the chord needs to be present for. I'm going to move it, say, for 7 seconds. And then, now this is because we haven't made our adjustments. So we have to go up here, click on Picture in Picture. Then over here in Dissolve, make sure that's on Dissolve. Then click on this crop picture icon, and then click on Fit. So there it appears. It's pretty small. I'm going to make it larger. And it fades away. So we have a lot of things in place. So far we've got the whole movie itself, we've got some titles, we've got some lyrics, exclamations, so to speak, and we got some chord diagrams. Now let's say you wanted to have a brief introduction to your video. This is what you're going to do. I downloaded here this very cute Ukulele is the Instrument of Friendship, Love, and Peace. I'm going to click on that, click on the plus, and again there it is at the end. I'm going to move it to the very beginning. And how I did, I just pressed off my left cursor, moved it over, and it'll go right to the very beginning. Okay, it's doing the Ken Burns effect, and I don't want the Ken Burns effect. So I'm going to go up here, making sure that this is highlighted, because this is what I want to manipulate and edit. I go up to here, I go up to fit, and actually, no, I'm going to do crop to fit. And by that, it takes care of eliminating this title down here in the lower left-hand corner. I don't really care about that. So let's go back to the beginning. And it zooms up nice and clearly to that. And then it goes right into the video. Now, it's silent right now. It's pretty dead, this intro of 4 seconds. I'm going to add in something. So I'm going to go to iTunes and put in a song to accompany that intro section. And I found Jake Shimabukuro performing Bohemian Rhapsody live. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down by pressing left click and just moving it down, and we have Bohemian Rhapsody. Let's see what it sounds like. You know what? I want to have that second part of the intro be played too. So I'm going to move this over some more seconds. All right, so it goes into the third section. It's a little bit too much, so that way that I need to move this back. And I'm just holding down left click and moving it over to the left. Okay, that's just about where I want it to be. Now, if I leave it as it is, Bohemian Rhapsody is going to be playing at the same time as my video, and I do not want that. So this is what I'm going to do. Whoops. Starting right here. That's not what I want. Hold on. Whatever excess audio you don't want is you're going to move to the point in time where you want to start cutting the video. Press and hold down left click, and then you see 0.1 seconds. And then there's a left arrow and a right arrow. So I'm going to highlight the rest of the song, which is what I do not want, and then I'm just going to press delete. And then move back to the beginning, and then we have just a part of Bohemian Rhapsody for the beginning intro. Okay, good. Now, if I want to put this video to its completion, I will put in all these lyrics, I will put in chord diagrams, and then some sort of creativity project as well too. But for now, you can just carry that on your own. What you'll need to do to close this out is you will need to go up to Share, and then what you want to do is save it as a file. The file is what you're going to upload to YouTube. Alright, so I have a file name here already. Description, this is going to be ukulele project tutorial video. And it gives you an estimated file size and estimation of how long the video is itself. And then you're going to click on Next. And then it gives you the opportunity to rename your file name for whatever reason, as well as where to save it. Again, I like to use my desktop. And it says this movie, it says that message, and we're just going to click OK. That's fine. I don't really care about that. Depending on the file size, it may take a little bit of time for it to save and convert over to a movie. You'll see that the share was successful when you see this notification in the upper right hand corner of your screen. I'm going to click on Close and go over to my desktop, and there is the movie. I'm going to double click on it and it will open up in QuickTime Player. Good. So it looks like this saved just fine, which is great. So I'm going to click out of this movie. And now what you'll need to do to save this onto YouTube, to upload it, is go into your browser, go into Google, sign into your Google account, and then I'll go over here to this keypad sort of like diagram, click on YouTube, and then click on Upload. And then you are going to click on the movie, MP4, and you have a couple different things that you'll need to do here. Over here in Advanced Settings, you'll have to choose whether you like comments for your videos or not. It does give you options for when you do allow comments. You can approve comments, so only those that you want to have with your video will be shown as approved by you, or just anybody, you don't care what the comments say. Going back to basic info, you can name your movie. So this will be, and then the description underneath that. Over here, there are 3 different settings for how your video will be listed. Private means only you may be able to watch the video on your private YouTube channel. Unlisted gives you a link, which you see over here. This video will be live at, and you can share this link with anybody that you like. However, only those people with that link will be able to watch your video. No one else will be able to search or find your video and be able to watch your video. That setting is public. Anyone around the world can find your video using certain keywords down here, tags, or some other key phrases, and they will be able to watch your video. If you put it as unlisted, only those with the link that you share yourself will be able to view the video. So you have to do what's best for you, and then you're going to click on Publish, and then it may tell you to keep this page open while your video still uploads. After it uploads, there's a process known as processing for YouTube, and that may take a few minutes as well. And then it will send you an email to your Gmail account, your Google account, or it may just tell you if you stay on this page that your video is ready to be viewed by whoever. So I hope that helps you with your YouTube tutorial project. Please feel free to email me with any questions. Thanks so much.